Yeah, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of The Desk. I'm your host, JCS, the owner, founder, ruler, grand poobah of OCW and its subsidiaries. As always, listener discretion is strongly advised. This is episode 147. Shout out to Court Marshall. No, I did not forget you, my guy. It just so happens that when you said your availability, I was actually recording. And by that, I mean, no, I was not. I was setting up my Turkish curtains. Either way, I will have you on ASAP, hopefully today, and we'll do another one during the week. I don't know. But I just felt that compelled because it's been a while since I've spoken to you guys directly regarding everything involving OCW, and I feel bad about it. I know I've spoken to you guys individually, and everyone's been fairly supportive for the most part. I know that it's supposed to be the Summer Lul, which if you didn't know, if you're just listening today, if you're just listening right now, you're like, what are these words that this guy's saying? The summer what? The Summer Lul? What does that mean? That's basically the point in OCW where things take a bit of a slow, I don't know, I guess you would say decline maybe. It gets a little quieter because it's the summer and people are kind of doing their own thing. And it's basically for the most part a quieter time in the season because our season runs from the game's iteration or release date rather, and it's usually from middle to late October all the way until September, and we get like a break, a week or two off, and then we proceed to the next game. So generally what happens is after Resolution, which is our essentially our WrestleMania, things take a downturn. And people just kind of close off their storylines, and we kind of go on autopilot for a month, a week, or whatever it have you. It's happened a couple of times in the past. Last summer, it was a thing, and this summer, honestly, I expected it to be. I was led to believe that this summer it would be the worst it's ever been, and to my surprise, to my chagrin, to my I don't even know what I'm going to say. See, this is the other thing too. My brain is a funnel with ice. What that means is my ideas in my brain are one way, and consider them ice cubes. You put ice cubes in a funnel, what happens? Drip, drip, drip. And the little drip drops make absolutely no sense. That's how my mind works all the time. It's my brilliance, it's my madness, it's my cross to bear. But anyway, I digress. The point I'm making is that never in my wildest imagination did I expect the summer to hit and to have mostly everyone firing on all fucking cylinders. So for that, I say thank y'all. There's no music this time around because I'm using a different program to do the desk. So it's just text for right now. So I apologize in advance for that. But again, yeah, never in my wildest imagination did I expect the Summer Lul to not even matter right now. Every show has been a banger. And I know that I haven't so much as been expressing that as much as I should. It seems, honestly, if you look at it, it's like, hey, he got the donation money and then he went quiet. That's how I feel about it. I could be wrong, but who knows? And speaking of which, again, I want to thank you guys for donations. They've helped a ton. And shout out to Trash Spider because even after the donation drive was done and then he decided to donate it and it was a considerable amount. So, thank you, Spider. But the point I'm making, I did not expect the amount of output and writing and material that you guys are pumping out in the summer. So for that, I say wholeheartedly, thank you so much. Didn't expect it, and I'm so glad when the haters, I want to use the word haters, when the naysayers, when the negative Nancys, when the bitch ass the niggas are proven wrong. So thank you so much, OCW. That being said, it's not all sunshines and rainbows in Candyland in the mean girl territory. There's been quite a bit of fuck shit that I've tried to tuck in the back of my head, and hopefully I can retain all of it and express it to you at this particular time. But rest assured, I have noticed. And maybe I have not brought it to your attention, but hey, with the wonders of modern technology, I'm doing it for you right the fuck now. First and foremost, I love the matches when they're short. You know me. I've said it countless times. If it's on a regular show, I don't mind if a match is short. I really don't. Excuse me, had a drink, a sip. I really don't mind when things are short. It's fine. What I do mind, however, is the idea of it's not illegal, so it's okay. Okay, in OCW, and I'm jumping around a bit. Hey, welcome to the madness that is my mind. Deal with it. If you're not used to it by now, you might want to go to another server, another Discord, another community, because that's how my brain works. We are a hybrid federation or league or community or whatever the hell you want to call it for a reason. Because we have to take the horse shit that 2K gives us and make it work. Now, to be fair, I don't have to do this at all. It's not my prerogative to do it. I do it for the community and I do it for you guys. If it was up to me, I would have packed my shit a long time ago. And that's no disrespect to none of y'all, because y'all great. I do this for y'all. And again, this isn't to be like, oh, hey, no. I'm not asking for the thank you Jays and we appreciate. No, that's not what I mean. The point I'm making is that for this game, these systems, these gameplay features or lack thereof for the 2K series to work, it requires us as OCW community to make it work to the best of our abilities with rules and nuances and things that may not be written in stone, but are nonetheless unwritten rules. I know what you're thinking. Oh, but if it's not in the rule book, you know what? It's just how life is. Again, hybrid federation. Again, suck my dick from the back. What do you want, dude? My thing is, I don't want to put everything in the handbook, because at that point it becomes from general guidelines to micromanagement. And we've had this in the past. We've had the micromanagement issue in the past, and it was terrible. We want people to go in, have a good match, feel good about the match, whether they won or lost, write about it, and keep it moving. That's it. That's all we ever want. That's it. At the end of the day, that's all we ever want in OCW. So the problem is, when you guys try to be slick or clever or beguiling, if you will, it's not illegal doesn't mean it's not shitty. So I'll give you an example. My thing generally is, and this is me, but this is me as the guy who's been running the place for the last 13 years and have seen things from the, from 1 minute, 44 second international or intercontinental. Was it international or was it intercontinental? It was one of the inters matches between 4 people last a minute and change. And the rematch is like 2 minutes and 10 seconds. It's the same guy who saw matches that would last on Riot for an hour and 12 minutes. I've seen it all. So when you have a match, especially in this new game, or 2018 rather, and generally it's like you hit a finisher, they kick out, cool. You hit another one, they kick out, cool. You hit another one, and then it's the stay down rule. But sometimes that takes too long, especially if you're like me. You can compete, you can do well, but when it comes to like generating finishers or whatever, take some time. And there's other guys who can, chamber the finishers and use them at their leisure. So shout out to y'all. So when I see like one finisher kick out, okay, sub, you're not wrong. Technically, you're not wrong. It's not illegal at all either. But it does rub me the wrong way. Not a fan of it. Now, to be minute, to be petty, or to just be thorough, I would say, you know what? A compromise, because I always believe in compromise. Hit another one. They do it. They kick out again. Fuck it. Tap them out to armbar. See, because in my head, as an owner, I see the guy, all right, he's doing his due diligence. Guy kicked out the first one. Cool. Guy kicked out the second one. All right, cool. Now, we're heading into that weird territory. Oh, 12 minutes, 13 minutes. Oh, shit. I don't know. Better be good. Match is not great. I don't know. All right, fuck it. Tap him out to an armbar. It is what it is. But when I see it the other way, like finisher, kick out, lull, sub, it just screams cheap to me. It brings me back to the old days where motherfuckers had to run, I do power slams and this, that, and the third, but I want to use a sub finisher. Why? Oh, because I'm a sub. No, you're not. It harkens back to those times somewhat in my head. I could be wrong. I don't know. Maybe I'm fucking crazy. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I'm banana sandwiches and I don't know what I'm talking about. Who knows? But that's one thing I don't like. So I would say do me that courtesy, but I've already had the instance where I've spoken to somebody, understood that we were on the same page, and then the exact opposite happened. So in one ear out the other. And when it comes to shit like that, I'm not happy with it, because it's like, why am I wasting my time even fucking talking to you if you're not even gonna take an inkling or an instant to you're gonna tell me okay and then just not listen at all? So that, fuck you. No, I'm not gonna waste my time with that. So in hindsight, I don't know. Don't be a dick. Moving on. My next issue. When it comes to communication, and I'm guilty of this as well, and I'm trying to work on that as well, I need you guys to get out of the shell and communicate. Because there's been a couple of instances where I'm in the dark and something that I booked or asked for is not happening, and then I find out after the fact. So I'm like, okay, what the fuck? And I'm told, oh, so-and-so should have told you. No. Any of y'all, both of y'all, all 3, 4, 5 of y'all should have told me. I don't mind curveballs, but I'd like to be prepared so that I can work around them if needed. Because of this, certain things have happened, and I don't like the way it looks, because the optics of it looks very, I don't know, shady, if you will, when it's not. And God forbid one of you motherfuckers tries to pipe up, I will fuck you up. Not literally, metaphysically, or verbally. You get what I mean. This is the internet. It's not how it works. So I would like that to be more channels of communication to be open, and just take 5 seconds. We have Discord, and at worst we have those horrible shot pics. You get it, the shout box. So we have these avenues to communicate and discuss or relay messages if needed. 1 second, please. So by all means, please use them. And further the part of communication, the other issue is, while I enjoy the content you guys are providing, some of y'all are having lots of overlap. What does that mean? That means, like, I'll give you an example. The Jackman arc. Jackman has 3 role plays. And I'm only singling out Jackman rather, for the simple fact that that's the one that sticks out to me the most at this time. He's in a role play with 2 different people, but those same people are in other segments on the same card, which is not a problem. The problem arises when they're different thematically, if that makes sense, and there's too much travel in between. How do I express this? If me and Nate have a role play or a segment in the beginning of the show, but then Nate has a segment in the middle and at the end of the show that I didn't know about, whatever I write is not going to coincide or make sense with whatever he's doing. So whoever's going to write the show or put the show up has to compensate for that. Or most times they can't. So you just kind of have to, put it as it should be, and it still looks a little bit off. So what that tells me is you guys are working together, but you're working together independently, which is cool. But you need to just take that extra second and say, oh, hey, for Riot, whatever, 517,000, I'm doing this. You got anything you're doing on Riot? Yeah, I do. I have some segment in the middle of the show. All right, cool. So I'll write this and I'll put it as a pre-recorded, or I'll put it as this, and then it lines up with your stuff so it doesn't affect you. All right, cool. Bet. 5 seconds, we're done. No problem. I feel that some of y'all are just being independent, which is fine, but you're not communicating. So there's a lot of weird overlap. And the most recent example was the last show we just had before the break for the pay-per-view time, whatever, where instead of being front-loaded, the show was back-loaded. I'm not a fan of it. So please, work together, be clear, and just keep it simple. And if you have a question, you can always ask me. I might not respond to you immediately, but I'll do my best. That being said, I want to give a special shout out to Rudo, aka Justin Jahest, and a shout out to Capo. We know you out there somewhere. Wishing you well. With Rudo, I want to say thank you so much because I see what you do for every show and I appreciate it. And don't think we don't notice, or I don't notice, when Rudo breaks down everything with his thoughts and opinions, which I dig because usually they mirror mine, so saves me the trouble. Everybody marks out. He leaves his stuff blank. He's like, because it's his stuff. And then nobody mentions it. Don't do that. Don't make a one-way relationship where someone provides you content and you don't give them feedback. Our mark out is great, but if the guy's doing what he's doing, have the fucking common courtesy to mention his content in the subsequent messages. Cause I see that. I don't know if he notices or not. Maybe he doesn't even care, but I care because it looks kind of shitty on y'all's part. And we're not talking about pity comments either. We're just, hey man, not everybody has to do a giant super duper review and review every nuance. It's okay. Pick something you like and talk about that. That's it. That's all I'm asking. Not a big deal. It's not difficult. If you have trouble writing, I don't know, fucking use text to speech or some shit. You'll be okay. Use your phone. That's what I do sometimes. What else? I don't know, man. I'm really not too sure where to go from here. Booking Savage Lands was probably the easiest thing I've had to do in a minute. And that's in part to you guys. And it sounds very self-aggrandizing. Well, not self-aggrandizing, but grandizing you guys. And very kiss-assy. But it's the truth. It's been very rare where I can say, okay, let's book the pay-per-view. And it's like, okay, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, Y, boom, done. And that's because, again, we're at the Summer Lul, which is supposed to be the dead time, the sad time, the slow time. You need us because we carry OCW on our shoulder, dude. And look what we got. We got 10, well, actually 9, because the tag team match is not going to happen due to communication issues. I'm sorry, not communication issues, travel issues. Speaking of that, yeah, when there's issues, just holla. You don't have to necessarily always run to find replacements and this, that, and the third. I appreciate it, but I also don't want people to get fucking stressed out. Talk to me first, and then I can guide you. I spoke to Jackman, and hopefully the messages have been relayed on how to move forward. But I'll tell you here, just to be on the safe side, because again, no new friends. Don't worry about the match. It'll be the main event for Turmoil. The subsequent Turmoil coming up, which I actually need to book, among other things, because again, I'm running on fumes. That's the other thing too. I am running on fumes. You've noticed it. I've noticed it. The cards come out later, and the shows are out a little bit later. I know. I noticed that. That's on me. That's not y'all. That's me. And then I try to play catch up, and then I fall to the wayside. But again, I'm human, so it is what it is. I'm trying my best, and I appreciate you guys for sticking it out and working with me regardless. Because you're still doing your due diligence, and you're still pumping out great content. Which leads me back to Savage Lands. Easy to book. Looking forward to it tomorrow. The stuff is starting to pour in now, which kind of sucks because I had the framework up, and I'm like, all right, let's get started. It's like, oh, there ain't shit here. So now I mean, I gotta work today and tomorrow, but it is what it is. What are you gonna do, right? I hope to have Turmoil up, the card up today or tomorrow, and it'll be a Saturday show again. What was the Saturday show? Yeah, that's what it is, man. So here's the lead-in, basically, to the next topic. After Summercide's gonna be the last Sunday in August, and after that, we're done. There's no September to remember. The last time there was September to remember was basically some, placation for the most part. We're done. The new game comes out October 11th, and if you have pre-ordered, you get it October 4th. So, you know what? I want time off, and I'm sure some of you guys want a time off, and if you don't, too fucking bad. What are you gonna do? But that's not to say there won't be things in the pipeline. As I mentioned on the Discord, there's the section asking for information. I'm gonna put together a best of 2018 for OCW based on your feedback. So by all means, please provide that information. Give me at least a show number or a date to help me narrow it down, because there's a lot of them. And I'll put those on Twitch and YouTube, or I'll do something. Nothing super major is gonna make me crazy, but something for y'all. In addition to that, there's been some of you who expressed the inclination or the permission to do an indie style. Again, not a fucking problem. We'll provide content for that time off. So there will be an indie style 1 or 2. There will be the best of. And between you and me, more than likely, either the second or either the third or fourth week of September, I'm going to do a very small, very light, like I did the very first Savage Saturday was 4 bangers and we were done. And it was amazing. It was beautiful. It was fucking bam, bam, boom. We the fuck out of here. It was great. I loved it so much. So what I'm gonna do is a little compromise. A sinful Saturday in September to remember. 4 or 5 matches that may have not been seen in OCW TV for this year or last year. Some one-offs, some dream matches, if you will, that you wanted to see in 2018. We'll get them done for you, and we'll have those 4 matches, and there's your fucking show. And that's pretty much it. So I just want to give you a heads up. And we're also going to have Fire Pro stuff that's going to come back in some capacity. I don't know if it's going to be a super major, but it's going to be something. And then in that time, I'll also be attempting to provide, God damn it, WWE 19 content. And that's not OCW content, that's WWE 19 content. So be sure to like, subscribe, and rate, and thumbs up my videos regarding, hey, welcome to the WWE. Hey, Ronda Rousey will be in the next game. And here is an unboxing of the Whoa edition of WWE 2K18. There's going to be shit like that from me. So by all means, please support and show support. What else? Some other news. The OCW channel is actually affiliate on Twitch. Didn't know that. Haven't known that. It's been an affiliate for wow, a minute. Actually, no bullshit. Let me be 100. I've had the option to do affiliate for the longest time, and I've chosen not to do it because I'm lazy as fuck. But I'm going to be transitioning the Twitch channel to be the affiliate Twitch channel for OCW content, and we're going to try to put some more content on the Twitch channel. If you notice, the past 2 weeks, not this week, I didn't do it this week, but the past 2 weeks, I streamed the shows, Riot and Turmoil, respectively. Or maybe I did for 1 week. I don't remember. I probably did for 1 week. Sounds about right. Gonna try to do some more of that. But with that, we need you guys to be around and be in the stream. In addition, I've noticed that the YouTube numbers are a little lower. Need you guys to watch those. The problem I have is if you see it on Twitch, you're not gonna go on YouTube. So you gotta kind of meet me halfway and figure out what do you guys want to do, and then we'll plan accordingly to that. And honestly, I think that does it for me. So here's the plan. Here's a TLDR from me to you. Thank you for the donations. Thank you for being patient. Thank you for fucking kicking ass over the summer. So much for Summer Lul, right? More like Summer Lul. Am I right, guys? Scooter. And yes, Summercide, we're done. Finito. Whatever happens, happens. Break for about 3-4 weeks. Events in between. Sinful Saturday in September. A simple Savage Saturday in September to remember. It was some clever. It was a lot of S's, but not 3 S's. More of like, I don't know, a lot of S's. One of those. Wait, hold on. A Savage Sinful September to remember on Saturday. Something. And the new game comes out October 4th for the pre-order people like myself. Speaking of, I will be getting the Woo edition because I'm a fucking sucker and a mark. And I will be raffling or giving away something from that edition. Probably a sticker, because fuck y'all. I want to keep the rest of it. I don't know. As a thank you from me to you. I know that a lot of YouTubers are people that try to do giveaways to fucking curry favor, and I'm not part of that. I don't like that shit, because what happens is, let me be real. I'd rather give y'all shit, and I have given y'all some shit in the past, but I'd rather give y'all shit. I owe AC Cobra Olive Garden gift card, by the way. I'd rather give y'all shit than try to get fucking fake subscribers to get a fucking whatever, and then for them to just not care about our product. That's stupid to me, so that's dumb. So more than likely, the contest will be in-house, because fuck everybody else. I don't want no new friends and no fake fans. Sorry, that's how I am. I'm ignorant. What do you want? And yeah, so October 4th, new game. October 11th, everybody gets it. Probably a week from then, everybody else gets it. We're going to do the usual. We're going to have I'm going to make Cass, and maybe myself and somebody else will go through F.P.R stuff, see what's different, what's changed. We'll modify as needed. Speaking of, the F.P.R handbook is going to be modified before the new game. Cass has done these rules for maybe 4 weeks now, and I haven't updated them because I'm a piece of shit. Once they're up, you guys will know about it, and you guys will be required to let us know that you read and understand what the fuck you're looking at, so we don't have these problems anymore. And that's pretty much it. So, yeah. Testing, October. We'll probably wind up being officially back the 3rd or 4th week of October, for the most part. Roughly. There'll be things in between, but we have to call it by ear. But for the most part, if I'm keeping up with the same theme and energy that I've had in the past when it comes to OCW, it's going to look like we get the game for a week or two, we fuck with it for a week or two to figure out the nuance, so that when it comes to the bells and whistles, we know what the fuck we're dealing with. And then we'll have the official shows return, new look, new attitude, yada, yada, yada. The arenas get built, this, that, and third. And that's it. Thank you for listening. If you have any other questions, hit me up on the Discord. I'm there all the time because my life is meaningless. Hit me up with a DM. You can also hit us up on Twitter. If you're not following, it's OCWFed on Twitter. If you're not following the YouTube channel, it's OCWFedTV. That's T to the V. That's Tom Victor. And that's it. Hit like, subscribe, and rate. If you hate it, fuck it, let us know. Thumbs up, thumbs down. It's your life. Do what you want. Same thing with Twitter. And the website is OCWFed.com if you weren't aware, for the outside people listening in. And that's going to do it for us. Thank you very much for listening. Have a wonderful weekend. We will see you tomorrow, roughly. If you're listening to this on Saturday, the 28th, you will see us tomorrow, the 29th, at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Twitch viewing live of Savage Lands, where more than likely I'm going to be renting a crane from Philadelphia and fucking shit up because I don't like what's going to happen. Thank you. God bless. Have a wonderful night, day, evening. I don't care. It's your life. Do what you want. Later.